Welcome back to Satoshis to Bitcoin, guys. In this video today, we'll talk about how to securely back up your Bitcoin seed phrase, also known as recovery phrase, and avoid permanent loss. In case you're new to all of this, it may seem complicated at first glance, but trust me, securing your Bitcoin is much easier than many people think. It all comes down to carefully implementing a few simple steps. First of all, the most important step to take to secure your Bitcoin holdings is by keeping your Bitcoin in cold storage, in a hardware wallet, instead of on an exchange or in a hot wallet. If you're unsure and need more information about the difference between hot and cold storage, you can watch this video later. My personal favorite Bitcoin hardware wallet is the Blockstream Jade, especially because of its excellent security features. If you're considering to get one, you can get a 10% discount by using my affiliate link in the descriptions down below and using my code Satoshistobitcoin. In any case, regardless where you originally set up your Bitcoin wallet, whether that's a hot wallet or a cold wallet, you will have created what's called a seed phrase, also known as recovery phrase. This is an either 12 or 24 list of words that can be used to restore your Bitcoin funds. In short, as long as you control this seed phrase, then you can access your Bitcoin and spend your Bitcoin. There are more nuances to that, and if you want a more detailed explanation about seed phrases and private keys, you can join me in this video later. But not only do you need to control your seed phrase, but it's also important to make sure that you're the only one who has access to it. So now let's dive into all the different ways you can back up your seed phrase to ensure you always have access to it and keep it safe. Some methods will be better or worse, and in the end, I'll tell you what I think is the best method to back up your seed phrase. Note guys, this is financial entertainment and education. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so always double check and do your own research before buying, selling, and moving around your Bitcoin. And tell me in the comments, guys, how experienced are you with Bitcoin? Have you done any self-custody before, or are you just starting to look into it? I'd really love to hear from you. Let's look at the first method for backing up your seed phrase, and that's your brain. You'd call it a brain wallet. This simply means that you memorize your 12 or 24 word seed phrase in your head. And although it's difficult, it's definitely doable. But before anyone protests, let's just go through the pros and cons. Although I would never suggest this as the only backup method, it can still be very useful. So the pros of memorizing your seed phrase is that no one can ever access it. Unless, of course, someone forces you, or if in the future there is some technology that can extract it directly from your brain. If we move into the dystopian realm, if there were ever a dictator who you wanted to escape from, you could move your funds across the border without carrying anything physical with you. Your funds are always with you, and you could access them at any time as long as you have access to a device to restore the funds on. But here are the cons. Obviously, memory risk. Keeping the seed phrase just in your brain makes your brain and memory a single point of failure. No matter how well you memorized it, you can still forget it, and there goes your funds. And also don't forget the possibility of injury, accidents, illness, and so on that can all contribute to you forgetting the seed phrase. So memorizing your seed phrase without any other backup is a bad idea. Moving on to the next backup method that I truly hope no one ever uses. Please, if you're new to all of this, take note and make sure you never ever make this mistake. And that's making a digital backup. Never ever store your seed phrase digitally, and that includes the following things. Never type your seed phrase into a computer, tablet, phone, and so on, especially anything that is or could be connected to the internet. Never save your seed phrase on Google Drive, your email, or any other cloud service, and don't even ever take a picture of your seed phrase. Your seed phrase should never touch anything that's connected or remotely connected to the internet. There are horror stories of people losing their Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies as well because they input their seed phrase somewhere online. For example, this person, Monty Munford, lost 163 ETH because he stored his seed online in a Gmail draft. In another case, a man lost 17 Bitcoin because he downloaded a fake Trezor app and entered his seed phrase into the app. And I can imagine that incidents of fraud and hacking will only increase in the future. I know it feels so easy to just type it into a document online. We're used to doing that all the time after all. But if you want to keep your Bitcoin safe, make sure that you never ever do this. And it goes without saying to never tell or give your seed phrase to anyone, including to any exchange or Bitcoin wallet company. If you give out your seed phrase, you will lose your Bitcoin. Now, moving on to the next backup method, which is useful and many people use, and that is using a paper backup. This is the most common way people use to back up their seed phrase. You just take a piece of paper or paper card and write down your 12 or 24 word seed phrase. Or usually when you buy a hardware wallet, for example the Blockstream Jade I'm using, you will get a blank paper sheet or a card that's numbered on which you can note down your seed phrase. Here's a generic example of one. No, this is a dummy seed phrase, it's not a real one. Pros of using a paper backup is you have your seed phrase in physical form and it's not connected to the internet, as long, of course, you have not taken a picture of it. That way it's safe from any hackers. But we're not done here. After you note down your seed phrase, you need to make sure you properly store it. Never put your seed phrase paper backup out on your desk or in your wallet for a thief to take. Store it somewhere securely. That can be in your home, outside, or in a bank safe deposit, for example. There are many other places to put it, but the point is you need to treat this one sheet with your seed phrase on it as money, as though your life depended on it. If it falls into the wrong hands, that person can restore your funds on a device and take all of your funds. Now there's another precaution that you can take to protect your Bitcoin, something that many people don't know about, and that's adding what's called a passphrase. It's basically an extra word or words you create to protect your wallet. But I'll talk about that in another video, and let me know in the comments down below if you're interested in a video about this. The cons of a paper backup, especially just a paper backup, are obviously, paper is easily destroyed. There's a physical destruction risk. Fire, water, flooding can destroy it, or simply your large morning coffee swapping over it and making it illegible. Human error is also a risk. You could simply lose it in a pile of papers. Wait, I put it in an envelope and stuck it in that book, and then I moved house and shoot, where is it? That can easily happen if you're not careful. I'm not telling you not to use a paper backup, just that you need to be mindful of what a paper backup can and cannot do for you. Now let's move on to the last method, which is metal backups. You can imagine that these are much stronger and resilient than paper. And there are a ton of options out there that you can either buy or also make yourself. There are different shapes and formats and also different methods to record the seed phrase on the metal, anything from engraving, stamping, punching, or assembling metal letters. The obvious pro of metal backups is having a metal backup makes it more resistant to fire, definitely water, and other elements. It's also rust-proof if it's stainless steel. Yeah, make sure it's titanium or stainless steel. Same as the paper backup, it's also offline, safe from hackers. It's definitely better than the paper backup, especially if you want to make it part of your inheritance plan and pass it on to someone else someday. It will stand the test of time. Some cons. Some people think metal backups are too pricey, especially the ones that you buy from a store. Depending on type and brand, it can range anywhere from $20 to $200 even. Personally, I think this is not a big deal. It's not like a bag of chips that you buy every week. It's not like your phone that you upgrade every few years. In all likelihood, you'll only buy one or a few metal backup plates at the most in your entire life. And I believe it's worth getting the best metal backup you can afford, as this secures your Bitcoin after all. Personally, I prefer the punching method, although this is not the exact one that I got. I would definitely avoid any kind of backup that involves loose components. For example, with plates like this last one I showed you, because once you unscrew it, the individual letters can come loose unless it's secured in some way and scatter around, and then you have your seed phrase jumbled up in a soup. In any case, I think it's really important to have at least one metal backup for your seed phrase, primarily to protect your seed phrase from fire and water. I think the human error risk is also slightly lower, just because it's a bit more difficult to accidentally lose a stainless plate in between your other paper files, or accidentally shred it or throw it in the trash. It won't, however, provide better protection from theft. If anything, that piece of silver bling might stand out if not kept securely and spotted easily by a thief. That's why, again, it's super important to find a secure place to store it. Don't just leave it out there or in a drawer. Even a safe might not be the best place, since that's where a thief might go first. Just know this, guys, not financial advice, but a personal tip I would give to myself is to add a passphrase to your Bitcoin wallet, something I already mentioned before, and secure it separate from your seed phrase. Again, more about that in a future video. So I'd say these were the main methods of seed phrase backup, and now you know what to do and what not to do. There is much more nuance to this though. For example, no one says that you can only use one backup method. You can make more than one backup. For example, a paper backup and a metal backup and another one, etc. Basically any combination that works for you. We also haven't touched on locations in this video. Your home is and ideally should not be the only place you store your seed phrase. You can can store a copy of your seed phrase, or I would say half of that seed phrase, for example, at a trusted person's place or in a safe deposit box. You can even split the seed phrase into multiple parts and save each in different locations. So even if in the worst case scenario someone would break into your home and forces you to reveal your seed phrase, you cannot do it because your seed phrase is broken up in different locations. Now the problem is, of course, that you can overcomplicate things and in the end increase the risk of your own human error by forgetting where all the pieces are. So be careful. So here's what I do. Take it slow, step by step. In the beginning, keep it simple. Start with something as simple as a paper backup. If your Bitcoin holdings are still little, let's say in the amount of $1,000 to $10,000, then the risk is relatively low as well. But as you gradually grow your Bitcoin holdings in self-custody, in step with the growth of your Bitcoin holdings, also increase your security measures, like adding another metal backup plate or two. In any case, don't let any of this intimidate you and keep you from investing in Bitcoin. If you haven't figured out self-custody yet and still need time to learn it, you can still buy Bitcoin on exchanges in the meantime. Just make sure you do not keep too much on them. Here in Canada, I use an exchange called NDAX. They're very well known in the market for their lowest trading fees of just 0.2%. And you can even get a $10 bonus if you open your account using my referral link in the descriptions down below. Note that you will need to fund your account with $100 and it will take some time until you get the bonus, and terms and conditions apply. I've been using NDAX for several years now, and the great thing is that once you're ready to self-custody, you can easily transfer your Bitcoin out from NDAX to your hardware wallet. It's very easy. I've done it multiple times, and there's even a free option so it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, I hope you found this video useful, and remember, buying one Bitcoin may sound unachievable until you realize it's just stacks and stacks of Satoshis. One Bitcoin equals 100 million Satoshis, and for the price of just one coffee, you can stack thousands of Satoshis a day until one day you own the whole coin. And in case you're still not quite sure how seed phrases and private keys work, it's really important to understand this, by the way, if you're doing self-custody, then join me in this video next where I explain the basics so you can confidently self-custody your Bitcoin.